Good evening, viewers. Actually, I'm again compelled to bring up a video for some information towards the guardians and the civil society members. Actually, we are having an acute crisis in the education sector, especially the school education sector. Guardians are in severe problem. The child cannot go to school. We are stuck up with the lockdown last 2.5 to 3 months. We don't know whether it will continue for another 2 or 3 months. The concept of e-schooling has not cropped up, in a proper way. Naturally, the teachers are trying their best, but we don't know whether education can be carried on very comfortably without child going to school. The child go to school is a universal concept of the EFA. Now, having said all this, the guardians are, as of now, are literally very much agitated. They have reasons to be agitated. At the same time, they want that the students, their wards, should go to school, and there should be a peaceful atmosphere between the school three stakeholders, that is the school teachers, children and the guardians. Now, question with certain issues of schooling issues which are supposed to be taken up by the government has not taken up very seriously. We have seen that the 17 states in India have come up with a very comprehensive government orders, especially Delhi, UP, Jharkhand, Orissa, Assam. Each and every state has come up with an order, but we don't have such orders in Bengal. There is a notification which has been issued by the Principal Secretary. We are happy regarding that, but the department should come up with an order. Otherwise, you are not going to bring relief to the guardians. The government has not opened public schools, as a result of which, there is demand for schooling in the private sector. Guardians are compelled to send their child to the school. And in a welfare regulated state, especially in Bengal, the government is not in a position to regulate private schools. Now, this has actually affected the guardians in a very negative way. All along they have been keeping quiet, they have adapted with the system, but during the COVID crisis, it is not possible. It's not possible financially. The main reason is that almost 88 to 90% of the guardians, the incomes come from the business sector. Many of them are employed in the private sector. All of them are not government servants. Now, exactly when schools are not running, the child is not going to the school, and there are different areas of expenses fixed by the schooling authorities under different shapes and kinds, in different manner, almost like a retail counter. Now, the guardians are actually reluctant to pay certain fees. This is what I feel regarding the pulse of the guardians. Guardians have agreed to pay the tuition fees because the tuition fees are directly correlated with the teacher's salary. Most of the guardians, almost all guardians are actually willing to pay the tuition fees. But you know that the tuition fees actually come in bunches. Tuition fees is attached to school fees. Tuition fees attached to the annual fees. So when they go to pay tuition fees, the school is saying, telling you that you have to pay all three together. The financial system of payment is actually adjusted accordingly. Now when the guardians are going to the school, first of all, many of them do not have access to the schools. This is a typical system in the private schooling sector. You can't approach the school. There have been a circular given by the CBSE authorities in Siliguri, 33 schools. They are doing a nice job. There is a circular that any guardian having a problem can go to school. You cannot go to school. Especially missionary schools is very important. It's very hard to reach the principal. There are so many barriers. I have talked regarding this 4 to 5 years ago. Now, when you can't go to the school, can't talk about your problems, saying that you want to pay the tuition fees, don't want to pay the other fees as of now. The teachers, the principal, the authorities are not listening, and some of them are sending message, pay your fees. Whereas the government under Disaster Management Act, where the government in Bengal, the education minister also said specifically, you don't need to pay fees now. the fees will be adjusted, you pay after the COVID period. Some missionary schools have done a very handsome job, very satisfying job of actually informing the guardians right away that you need not pay fees as of now, you pay according to your comfort zone after June 30th. Now, there are severe grievances of the guardians. One regarding bus fees. Many guardians are saying they did not avail the bus. Schools were closed on 14th March. Bus fee starts from April. Very in common parlance, you cannot say that the guardians can go to the school and pay the bus fees. In fact, the guardians did not avail the bus fees. So why will they pay? In the very first place, why will they pay? Secondly, the Association of Schools in Siliguri has come up with a formula, with a suggestion that you pay 33% of the bus fees. Well, it depends upon the guardians what they will decide. School buses are not running. They have not applied for buses. Then the guardians will decide whether they are going to pay the bus fees or not. Now, regarding other expenses, it is astonishing. It is really astonishing. One school, I just put the name in black and white. Mahabad School is collecting 2075 rupees as electricity fees. Just imagine. If you multiply it by 4,000 students, it is 92 lakh rupees. That is the electricity amount they are taking from the students. Actually, in Kolkata also I have seen very much here and there, the Facebook and the WhatsApp group. The guardians are exactly against this. This is simply looting. 92 lakhs, you can run 5 industries. You talk to Shetji, he will tell you, with 92 lakhs of electric bill, he will run 4 factories. Now you see, how do they take it? How can you do it? Section 5A of the Electricity Act, West Bengal State Electricity Act, you cannot resell electricity. Is the school reselling electricity? Means you are taking up at 9 rupees per unit and selling at 27 rupees per unit. Are you doing that? Can you resell electricity of a public utility? Can you do that? If you cannot do that, if the school is doing for years, I caught up with the school in 2010. I have the data, RTR data. Now how can they do it for years together, and what's the government doing? Another school came up with, if you want bus services, you pay 500 rupees, just to say whether you require bus services or not. So 500 rupees into 3,000 students is 15 lakh rupees. I am not telling theirs, I don't want to tell it in a negative way. I am straight away saying, guardians have to spend 15 lakh rupees just to say whether you require bus services or not. No, this is not done. This is not done. This is a charitable institution. You can't do that. And where's the government? In 2010, the government backstabbed 3 times. There was supposed to be a 3-man committee. It was not formed. They said they will form a committee. Then again the guardians protested. They took us to the circuit house. The directorate came, said they will check the books of accounts. They did not check. And then when we marched, actually we went to the Bikash Bhavan. The principal secretary, quote unquote, Vikram Sen, he straight away said the matter is being sent to the CBSE or ICSE Council, and they will be taking a call on this, whether how to actually reduce or justify the fee hike. This was what he said on 26th February probably 2010. Now he did not send a letter at all. I wrote to the ICSE Council. Athartun said, there is no letter of that sort. I'm sorry. I didn't receive any letter from the principal secretary. Now this is how the education system in Bengal runs. Now check out with Kejriwal. The press and the local community calls him a joker. He's not a joker. He understands the pulse. In 2014, he came over, and he had the guts to call the bluffs of all this sense of profiteering. He checked out with the books of accounts and said that private schools will run, they will run honorably without getting permission from the Directorate of Education. You cannot hike your fees. And straight away he said, there are thousands and thousands of teachers, you must pay commission salaries. He checked the books of accounts and actually sorted out all these problems. Now the guardians are happy, and he has won the elections 3 times in Delhi. I am not talking politically. There are schools in thousands in Bengal. The guardians are in crores. You have to read the writing on the wall straight away. You cannot backstab the guardians again and again. Now coming to the issue of tuition fees. I am requesting the schools once again. You segregate the tuition fees. Almost all the guardians will pay the tuition fees for April at least. If possible May. Those who cannot pay, they will pay later. They have problems, severe problems. But this essence of profiteering in school fees must stop immediately. Otherwise we are going to write to the ED, Enforcement Directorate. I did this in 2014-15 in one school in Matigara. Not Matigara, rather Uttarayan. The license was cancelled for 2 years. This is not done. Please don't force the guardians to move unitedly and take up these sort of steps. We don't want to do that. But electricity of 92 lakhs must stop. It's been going on for a number of years. Second, as of now, what is the solution? What do the guardians say actually? Guardians are saying straight away, they are going to pay the tuition fees. Let us pay the tuition fees. Teachers are doing a hard work. We want to compensate them. Let there be no division between the teachers and the guardians. So, requesting the school to allow the guardians to pay the tuition fees. Bus fees as of now must stop. Let it be decided after 30 June. We understand there are drivers, there are other people, there's an establishment cost, we all understand. That can be sorted out, but you have to give some relief to the guardians. Now there are allied fees. The guardians are of the opinion that these sort of profiteering elements in the school fee book must stop. Very strange. Around 350 rupees is being taken. That runs into another 16-17 lakh rupees just for an iCard. It hardly costs 30 rupees. Now schools are doing this, there is a compulsion, guardians are paying straight away. Now there is a COVID period, guardians are having problems, they don't want to pay. The schools have created reserves. 92 lakhs of rupees in electricity bill is a huge reserve. Do it for 10 years, it's 9 crore rupees. Do it for 10 years, it's 9 crore rupees. You pay, run the school for 3 months for that. Guardians are not saying. Guardians were with you, with the school authorities. They want to be with them. Now this is where one has to give relief. Now, speaking finally, the guardians are demanding an order from the state government. Straight away, government orders fine-tuned with the ones which are prevalent in 17 states in India as of now. We want the State Education Department, Government of West Bengal, to take this matter seriously. We are happy they have given a notification, but we want an order right now. We want an order. So that, these things are specified. The bus fees issue must be resolved so that the guardians do not pay any fines for the period 2020-21, because guardians after the COVID If after the lockdown is over, they have to struggle to get their money. Business was stopped for 4 months. We are in a recession, deep-rooted recession. Agree or not? It's a deep-rooted recession. So guardians will be having problems. Now, if they pay fees at a later date, and if you charge a fine of 50 rupees per month, 10 rupees per day, 15 rupees per day, it's not done. Why do missionary schools charge fines? I don't understand. In Merchant of Venice, what was the issue? No Christians actually lent money. They'll give you money, you repay him back. There's no interest. So you have to go to Shylock to collect money because he charged an interest. So he was a money lender. What's the history now? In the entire world, we have Jewish bank. We don't have Christian banks. This came in the 20th century. Now, why will a missionary diary, contain 18 points regarding fines, regarding fees? Guardians never disagree the impact of missionary education in India. At least I will never disagree. In Kerala, you have missionary institutions. Schooling is very high over there. In Mizoram, Manipur, these are the states which rank top in the educational index, national educational index. Coincidentally, Bengal, with 7 Nobel laureates, ranks 4th from the bottom. Kerala could tackle COVID, not Bengal, because of education, not because there's a leftist government over there. If it was a Jamiat government over there, Muslim League over there, it would have been the same case because of the quality of education and certain benefit. Merits must go to the Christian missionaries. I'm not talking about that. But as of now, these things must stop. There should not be community service in the school diary. Whom do you give community service? To jailbirds. Who is given a community service? So you cannot make it compulsory. If you don't come for community service, you will be punished. These were the issues which I raised in the DM committee in 2013. So these are the issues I'm telling repeatedly. This has to go. And lastly, again I'm saying, we are demanding a comprehensive order for school education in Bengal. If the government is, reluctant to issue such orders for the benefits of guardians will decide when they have to exercise their mandate. I request the guardians to stay united. Again I am saying, school is not our enemy, we will cooperate with schools, but the schools must also cooperate with us. Thank you very much.